Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Game Things. I'm your host for the week, Ming, and today we'll start off our episode by talking about the recently released Payday 3 Chapter 2 Boys in Blue DLC that is already available right now. So, like most other DLCs out there, you get a new playable character, a couple of new guns, some new charms, these simple stuff, just general additional content. But the cool thing about this DLC is that it comes with a solo mode. So yeah, they recently released a beta solo mode for this Chapter 2 DLC, and it's supposed to be a first step to a full offline option. So for all of you guys out there that would like to play solo but don't want to be constantly online, this is great news because we all know that some days the internet might be down and you just want to play some games, but with all the games out there right now, about 90% of them requires you to have some sort of online connection. So yeah, having a offline option is just really good. Moving on from Payday 3, we're going to talk about Beyond Good and Evil, specifically the 20th Anniversary Edition, which will be available on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and Epic Game Store right now. So this 20th Anniversary Edition will have updated graphics, updated controls, updated audio, the usual like most other remastered out there. And the other thing that this Anniversary Edition brings is, well, there will be new content with narrative link to Beyond Good and Evil 2. So yeah, if you have never played Beyond Good and Evil before, now would be a good time to try because Beyond Good and Evil 2 is supposed to be releasing soon, sometime in the future. So, and people have been saying that Beyond Good and Evil is a good game, so why not play the remastered version to prep yourself for the upcoming sequel? Moving on from that, we then move on to Diablo 4, specifically Diablo 4 Season 5. So Season 5 introduces a new wave-based roguelike. It's basically similar to, well, Vampire Survivors. Yeah, and I personally, as a fan of roguelikes, think that nowadays, roguelikes and Vampire Survivors out there, they're pretty numerous, I would say. There are like some pretty good ones like Death Must Die. League of Legends is coming out with a brand new mode as well, currently still in public testing. So yeah, there are a lot of game devs are looking to create roguelike with a lot of swarm and wave mechanics. But of course, it's still good that developers are looking to expand into this because let's face it, roguelikes are a ton of fun. And yeah, I would say that if you enjoy roguelikes and just like Diablo in general, maybe give it a shot. In fact, the roguelike mode is available right now in public testing realm, so yeah, if you are interested, go check it out. Next, we're gonna talk about Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed, a remake of the 2010 game releasing on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, Switch, and PC this September 24th. So, in terms of this game, I would say it's a pretty interesting game because let's face it, how often do you play as Mickey Mouse? Just that alone makes the game pretty interesting, unless you're playing like Kingdom Hearts or stuff like that. But yeah, generally you don't really get to play as Mickey Mouse, and the game itself looks really good. I mean, it is a remake of an old game, so yeah, probably like most of the narrative stuff like that. If you've played it before, it's just improved graphics. But let me tell you, the improved graphics are actually really good. I personally am pretty interested in it. So if you are interested in going down into this path of nostalgia to play an old game that you have played before, but with better graphics, then definitely wishlist it and make sure to pay attention to it for its actual release. Then next, we're going to talk about some pretty disappointing news. So first, it will be Forza Horizon 4, and Forza Horizon 4 will be delisted from sale on the 15th of December this year. So yeah, you will no longer be able to purchase the game because the game no longer has rights to it. Like they don't have any licensing rights to it anymore. So the game will no longer be sold anymore. So if you do want to get the game, make sure to get it before the 15th of December. The game will still be playable and it will have offline, online, as well as multiplayer. So yeah, the game still functions as per normal, just that you cannot buy the game. So make sure to get it before it's no longer in store. Other than that, we also have Nivalis being delayed until 2025, and it's supposedly going to be launching in sometime spring 2025. Moving on from all the bad news, we'll talk about some games that are releasing this week. Starting off with Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, available on Switch. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion, great game, classic game. There's really not much to talk about it. It's Luigi's Mansion. It's a pretty standard game, pretty fun. It's basically just the good old you play as Luigi, go into the haunted houses, and go and capture the ghosts. So yeah, pretty standard gameplay loop, but just because it's standard doesn't mean it's bad. So yeah, I would say if you did enjoy the previous Luigi games, this one would definitely be for you, even though it's a remaster. Other than that, we also have Spy X Anya Operation Memories available on PS5, PS4, as well as Switch. So yeah, as you might guess from the title, this is a Spy X family game. And in terms of the game itself, it's basically a slice of life type of game. So basically, you play as Anya and you go around trying to fill up her diary with memories of her and her family. And basically, throughout the game, you just explore various places, play a couple of mini games, do some various puzzles. And yeah, it's basically a more story based game and a more chill paced game. I would say there's practically close to no combat unless the game tells you that you are able to play as either Yor or Lloyd, but based on the trailer, doesn't seem like it. And yeah, basically it's a more chill game, but if you are a fan of Spy X Family, you'll definitely enjoy this because there's a lot of cute and wholesome scenes, I would say. But if you're looking for something that's a bit more fast paced or action based, this game is probably not for you. But if you just want to relax and have a good time, this game would definitely be up your alley. And now we move on to our last and final segment, which is free things. So Epic Game Store is giving out Sunless Skies Sovereign Edition. For all of you subscribers of Prime Gaming, there will be games given out in 4 phases. Okay? And how this works is that right now, some games are already available, including Deceive, Tearstone Thieves of Heart, The Invisible Hand, Call of Juarez, Forager, Card Shark, Heaven Dust 2, Solstice, Hitman Absolution, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, as well as Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So yeah, you're able to get all these right now, which is pretty cool. Of course, later on there'll be other games, so make sure to keep an eye out for what other games that might come during this when you are subscribed to Prime Gaming. Aside from that, as a small reminder, Steam Summer Sale will begin next week. So yeah, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for any potential games that you guys might be interested in purchasing. Or if you guys need some sort of recommendation for us, definitely drop some comments and we might give you some recommendations in our next video. Anyway, that's all for me. And yeah, once again, I was your host Ming. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode and we'll see you next week on another episode of Game Things.